There you go. Thanks, David, very much. And that one, thank you. Good morning to everybody and welcome. We will call to order this meeting of the Lawrence County Board of Elections. Today is Wednesday, May 19th, 2025. A couple of housekeeping items. We'll note that this meeting was advertised in accordance with the Sunshine Law. We'd ask if you have any type of a cell phone, if you'd please put it on silent or vibrate. We'll note that the meeting is being live streamed and recorded. And we always begin the meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance, if you wouldn't mind standing. And Tim, could you lead us in the pledge?
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you very much. Ryan, could you call the roll, please?
Commissioner Sonato?
Here.
Commissioner Vogler?
Here. We'll note that Commissioner Kennedy is out of town. However, as long as there are two of us here, that constitutes quorum. So we're able to conduct matters of business that are coming before us today. We always set aside time for public comment twice during the meeting, once in just a moment, then once before we adjourn. If you wish to speak, you can speak both times. If you'd like to only speak once, that's fine. If you're just here to listen, that's also fine. We ask that your comments be related to election board matters, please. So with that, I will open the floor, see if anybody has any public comment. Hearing and seeing none, we'll move along. In our packet, we have minutes from the May 7, 2025 meeting. You may recall the primary purpose of that meeting was for the board to move a polling place out in North Beaver Township. And I appreciate, Tim, I saw the ad you placed in the paper. And I also want to thank the Newcastle News. They put it on the front page of the paper, noting that we were moving that polling place. So those are in the minutes. Chris, give you whatever time you might need to look them over. Whenever you're ready, I could take a motion for us to adopt the minutes.
I've had a chance to look it over, and I will make a motion that we accept the minutes.
Thank you, sir, and I will second your motion. Any questions or concerns, Chris?
No, it's pretty straightforward.
Thank you. May we have a roll call, please?
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes.
Motion carries.
Thank you. Item 2 on the agenda would be the election director's report. Mr. Germaini.
Yes, sir. Well, let's start off like I always do with some, this is the official voter registration statistics of Lawrence County. And I did this on the 12th of May. So this is standing, this is what we have right now. Democratic totals, I have 19,953. I have Republican totals are 29,918. And then it has Libertarian 255, and then other parties, we have 7,039 with a grand total of 57,165 registered voters in Lawrence County. But of course, we are a closed primary, so only Democrats and Republicans will be able to vote in this election, this primary. I don't have any nonpartisan questions on the ballot, so any of the minor parties will have to wait until November, and they'll be able to vote for that.
What was the Libertarian number?
Libertarian number 255. Mm-hmm. So with that being said, let's take a look at, and I just made the report just now for mail-in ballots. I got a bunch in from the mail. And of course, we have until election day at 8 o'clock to bring your mail-in ballot in.
8 p.m.
8 p.m. What did I say?
You just said 8
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. please be mindful, for anybody that's listening and still has their ballot out, make sure they sign and date it. The signature is very important for that. With that being said, I have a total of ballots sent out, 5,059. Ballots returned, 3,615. And the breakdown for Republican and Democrat, let's see, Republican ballots that were sent out, 1,713. Returns for Republicans, 1,175. And then the Democratic ballot sent out 3,346. And the ballots returned 2,440. So just looking at it roughly, we got about 65% return.
And you may have just said it, so forgive me if I'm asking something you already said. Does that include the ballots that came in today's mail, or do you not have those yet?
No, that's included.
Oh, what came in?
Yeah, that came in today. Yeah, this is the most up-to-date one. So, I mean, anything that comes in through the Dropbox and brought to the office is
Right.
not in here just
Yeah,
yet.
understood.
So there, if you got them, bring them in. Also with that being said, we will call you if you do not sign or date your ballot. We will give you a chance to cure it. Right now, I have 10 ballots out, with no signature. And I have one that came back that has no secrecy envelope. We've called these individuals, they're notified, and they can come in and remedy the problem so that these ballots will be able to count.
And they have until 8 o'clock tomorrow night? to do
Yes,
that?
correct, they do,
Thank you.
yes. Then you mentioned, Commissioner, about the change of polling spot that we had for the last election. I just want to repeat it, that North Beaver Township Building at 861 Mount Jackson Road has been changed to North Beaver Township Fire Department at 969 Mount Jackson Road, which is just down the road from it. So it's not too hard to find from there. Just another reminder of the polling spot we had at the AP Gettings Government Center Annex at 439 County Line Street has been moved to the New Creation Free Methodist Church at 725 Pearson Street in Newcastle. And if that would be the old is it St. John's Hall?
Yes.
Yeah. So that's where that polling spot has been moved to. Once again, I put that in the paper, I put the signs out, and I just want to get that out as much as I can, that has been a change in polling.
Tim, in North Beaver,
Mhm.
at the fire hall, is there another precinct there now? Is there gonna be two there?
No,
Wasn't there a precinct there before?
there was a long time ago, it used to be there.
Right, I remember that.
And then, don't ask me which one it was prior to us changing all the precincts.
We used to have, as you would recall, there were
Five,
five precincts
that's
in
right.
North Beaver, it's down to 3 now.
Yeah,
Okay,
so
I
that's why.
remember there was always one at the municipal building, there was always one at the,
Fire.
there, and there was one at the fire hall down on 18.
Right.
Out the church out in North Beaver.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah, so, yeah,
So it's really right up the street.
it is.
Is that a temporary thing? Are we going back to the municipal
From what
building?
I understand, it's temporary, yes.
Construction.
Yes.
Okay.
Right now, the roof's not even on the building.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're remodeling, so.
Okay. I just want to clarify.
Yeah.
So I guess it has been a while.
Yeah, it's been a while, because I remember.
Yeah.
Delivering machines. I'm train of thought. I think that's all I have, sir. Remember, polls open at 7, and they close 7 a.m., and they close at 8 p.m. So if you didn't do your mail-in ballot, go to the polls. If you did do your mail-in ballot and you had it and didn't get it in here, you can still go to the polls. You could remake your ballot there, and they'll give you a new ballot. You could vote at the polls. Say you lost your mail-in ballot and you want to vote, you still have the right to go and get a provisional ballot and vote at the polls.
And I believe the state law still requires a first-time voter in a precinct to show identification.
That's correct, yes. And if you don't have your ID for that, then they will issue a provisional ballot. And with that being said, you have to come in within 7 days with your ID so I can make sure your provisional ballot counts. And that's about all I have.
Well, I want to thank you and your staff for all the hard work. We see it day in and day out because we come up and down these steps and we see how hard your staff has been working. You had two of your folks and yourself worked over the weekend because the various precinct poll officials came in to pick up their supplies. So, and I know you still have a few to get out, but
Few.
I know you're working on
Yeah,
that.
we're working on it.
I will note that, do you want to, for the record, indicate, you have to have the 2-member board, the resolution board.
Yes.
Can you talk a little bit about that and what their function is and who you've appointed?
Yes, I have Mike Acklebone, he's a registered Republican, and Sarah Eppinger, works in controller, she's registered Democrat. And what a resolution board is say a mail-in ballot comes in and somebody spilled coffee on it and it won't scan. I will bring the ballot to them, we will resolve it, we will copy the ballot as it looks, and then we will be able to have it so it scans and counts. That goes for like any kind of damaged ballot. Sometimes some people are a little shaky when they fill the dot in. We will resolve that. Of course, I have the solicitor on hand to make sure that, that is correct, what we're doing, voter intent, everything like that. But that's what the resolution board does. That way we know every vote counts. And then we have record, of course, of whatever we resolve.
Appreciate that. And we should also note that I believe the state election code requires that both the monetary's office and the courts remain open during the course of election day. My understanding is that President Judge Cox will more than likely be here.
I spoke with Judge Cox this morning.
Oh, okay.
He's getting prepared and ready to
Good.
do whatever needs to be done tomorrow.
And
He will be here himself.
that's an assurance, I think, to the voters that the courts kind of keep an eye on things.
Yeah,
That's a
for sure.
good thing.
Absolutely.
I'm glad to hear. I know you had spoken. I'm glad
I
you
saw
saw
this morning, and Judge Cox is, man of honesty and integrity. You couldn't ask for a better person to
Absolutely.
oversee this elections.
Chris, I'm going to turn it over to you to see what questions or concerns you might have.
Tim, on the, I know you've had students here.
Yes.
The last two elections, I had an opportunity. You got a group coming this year.
Yes.
Where are they coming from?
I think Mohawk and
Most of them are from Mohawk and then a couple kids from Michigan.
yeah, and then actually we have had individuals here in the courthouse that had any kids that wanted to work, they'll be here too.
With Shenango and some career technical, they come in this time as well.
That could be, I'd have to ask Jackie, but yeah, we got,
You really had a nice group of kids.
yeah, and we got another
The
nice
last
group.
2 times, they've done an excellent job.
Yeah.
And I'm just happy to see that.
Yeah, me
They're
too.
getting an education, but they work hard.
Yeah.
And they are getting an increase.
Yes, yes,
But they're gonna get paid what now?
$10 an hour.
$10 an hour.
Yeah.
Okay, we're just happy to see that.
Yeah, for sure.
That was something that was wrong in the company, so.
Anything else, Chris?
No, I think you've answered my question, so I'm looking forward to a nice smooth operation tomorrow.
Me too.
And just for those who may be watching, just treat the election workers with respect when you go to the polling place. They do it for long hours and not a whole lot of money. And we appreciate each and every one of them for the years of service many of them have given the county. And, sometimes the laws are the laws. They have to follow the law. So don't take out your anger on them. And unfortunately, it happens sometimes. And, we need to keep each and every one of them. And, like I said, they do a great job. And we just ask people to treat people with respect tomorrow, that's all.
Very good point, thank you. Any new business, gentlemen?
We're, all the machines are out in the field, with the last one that I have are going out now. We're ready for tomorrow.
Let me see if there's any public comment at this time. Hearing and seeing none. I will note that traditionally, and today will be no exception, we do not adjourn this meeting. We take a motion to recess the board to the call of the chair. It's done that way in the unlikely event that an issue might come up that would necessitate us convening to take any type of formal action. We had a resident last week ask us if we've ever, and Susan, you've been here longer than I have, I couldn't recall a time where during the course of an election day that the board had to actually sit and take any type of an action. I can't remember anything like that. Maybe you can.
There may have been one.
You think so? Okay. Well, let's hope we don't have to tomorrow. And then we stay in recess until such time as to when all of the work, the post-election work is completed. And then we certify.
Yep.
And then I think if I'm not mistaken, once the election results have been certified, I believe that's when we adjourn. Is that your recollection?
That's correct.
Okay, and we follow the guidance of our solicitor, and he has, and you two folks have a working knowledge of the state's election code.
Yep.
So, we'll be available, the two commissioners will be available. We'll be here most of the day and in the evening, I believe. Now, we're also available by phone if we have to run out for some reason. I'm not gonna leave the county tomorrow, and I don't think you are.
We're here for the duration.
Yeah, so even if we have to run an errand or something, we're only within 10 or 15 minutes. We'll be here.
And always in contact.
You've got our cell numbers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can call us. Well, Commissioner Sanada, any closing comments?
No, I think we're looking forward to a good day tomorrow, and,
It's gonna be nice too, right?
do I need to make a motion to recess?
Yes, you do, but could you hold for 1 second, just to make sure there aren't any final comments from Ryan or Susan? Tim,
No.
anything else? Okay. A motion to recess this meeting would be in order.
I make a motion, we recess and call it the chair.
Thank you, sir. I will second your motion, and we'll ask for a roll call, please.
Commissioner Sonato?
Yes.
Commissioner Vogler?
Yes,
Motion carries.
thank you. This board is now in recess. Thank you all so much. For the